you know, I was talking about, this try to orient approach whereby one should understand what is happening with the Israel-Palestine conflict and what is the context. And so many diplomatic efforts are still being made. Europe is supporting Palestinians, the world is supporting Palestinians, which is good, and of course one should as well, be understanding about the, if it's a Jewish state of Israel, or mainly the concerns of the Jews. I'm all for it. But then, serious effort needs to be translated into it. Being a Muslim, I have closely understood the horrors of Holocaust. And I know, I have learned economics from Jewish professors. And Einstein is as well my favorite scientist. My fantasy world would have one hero, and that's Albert Einstein, or Stephen Hawking, or Newton. So this is the same. I'm a formal educated PhD living in Europe. So it's the girl that is, the girl Anna who wrote so many letters about the horrors of Holocaust. She's my hero as well. A little girl, if you should read about her. So what I'm saying is that strengthen the government, stabilize the region. Simple as that. Instead of warmongering, you make a diplomatic effort, two-state solution. The fact of the matter is, Palestinians' future is with Philistine. Of course, you can have any improvisation, but then that also should be built on trust. Nobody's going to trust the efforts. Okay, so that's global effort. Whereas now, being a Pakistani Muslim, let me reach out to the world as such to bring a certain perspective, which might not be comprehensive or which might not be an expert opinion, but it's just an observation. Now, of course, Pakistani is also having a diplomatic approach, and all countries have, but they are very seriously concerned. But there is one variable you need to understand, from an economist, from a middle-aged man like me. This technology world has, and international governance institutions have really allowed to create fundamental and significant difference in the economies of the world. Now, the greatest economic successors are China, East Asia, but there are emerging economies, my friends, middle-income countries. Middle East is one of them. All due credit to the leadership of King Salman and Crown Prince Mohammed bin Salman, great visionary leader. The Middle East have achieved something significant economically. You go to East Asia, another Muslim country, Malaysia. Malaysia is a thriving economy. You look at how the news covers Pakistan. Yes, Pakistan is in the middle of achieving, great things, economics, technological. You look at Turkey, amazing country. So once you achieve something, it's a simple fact that you earn confidence, and world deserve confidence in your future and the future of your nation state. So Muslims, it's no more true that Muslims, they are developing, underdeveloping. It's just a story of decades ago. Muslim world has been transformed, ladies and gentlemen. It's a new world. Try to understand, and then there is a certain level of confidence, and I am substantiating this, especially for Middle East, especially for Saudi Arabia and Iran. Yes, if you look at even Iran, it is a country of beautiful people, and there is, the cities are thriving. It's not that it's a country engulfed in only conflict and war. It's a different country. It's a country which is cherished by every Pakistani, like every Pakistani cherish the leadership of Saudi Arabia and Middle East and Arabs. And yes, with Saudi Arab, especially with the Middle East or Saudi Arab, let me say, it's like, you want to just know after every once in a while to know what are your family doing or what are your best friends are doing, just browsing through internet, and then you open up some newspaper, Saudi Arabian newspaper, a Gulf magazine, and then read stories about Middle East. It's a beautiful feeling, and same is true with Iran. Is it that is what is happening? Is it that being a Pakistani Muslim, I feel that for Arabs and for Iranians. So if everybody is feeling that once in a while, let's check on our most favorite brother or sister and one of our most favorite and best friend. Let's check him out while sitting maybe in another planet or something, to then see and feel so amazing to hear good news coming from Middle East or Iran, but specifically for Middle East, I would say. I mean, it's just like reminiscing about something most beautiful, cannot be explained through words. And yes, that's the Middle East Muslims have achieved something. They should have confidence, and then of course that is why they would make a best effort for a diplomatic resolution of Israel-Palestine conflict. That's a key difference, my friends and ladies and gentlemen. That's a key difference. It's not that world is not concerned with Palestine, what is happening to Palestinians, but then yes, significant and serious efforts needs to be undertaken. I can understand for a country like America, whereas it has its own history. I mean, amazing country, amazing people, beautiful culture, and yes, at the level of the president. I mean, the president before his assuming of office would face assassination attempt, would then be confidently leading the country, would then of course make very clear statements that he is for peace between Israel and Palestine. Not only that, peace between Russia and Ukraine, but then the national movement is a little bit complex. But then, because I live in this world as well, when things are not progressing, people come up with different theories, conspiracy theories. No significant effort. See, conflict is there, but rest of the Middle East is prospering. So they kindly never, or at least make an effort not to go to that path of conspiracies. But yet, yes, use diplomacy, use your pen, you write about it, or yes, raise a voice, because yes, if you are living in America or Europe, and you are a Pakistani or you are a Muslim, meet with Jews, meet with Christians. I mean, this is religion is something quite beautiful. That I'm living in Pakistan. Yes, I've been to Saudi Arabia, and I could have a very great work opportunity there. But really, my association with Saudi Arabia or Middle East is, it's more than I could ever express in words. It's like there's a natural bond with them. There's in my subconscious that this has been ages, decades. I always say, what my Arab brothers and sisters are doing, just like that. And if I meet them, it is more than happiness that I feel. And same is true with Iran. So what I'm saying is, let's say no to conspiracies and seriously work on the resolution of Israel-Palestine conflict in the best of interest of Palestinians. And then Israel would send Mossad. I mean, imagine the level of I mean, it looks all stupid and simply prosperous. That what you do is you create political instability through Mossad, where evidently all the news from the world, across the world, would say, so maybe Mossad agents are penetrated Iran, and so that's why that happened, this happened, these assassination attempts happened. And what is this? Proper, sincere, diplomatic effort and reach out to Iranian leadership would have been far more effective. I mean, it's simple. As simple as that. Giving confidence, having many meetings, and then, yes, sincerely, with a sincere effort means Israel cares about Palestinians. That's a fundamental difference, my friends. They are Israel's neighbors. I mean, you don't need to repeat the mistakes of the past. I also know, yes, there has been war, this Arab war in the 1960s, and where Egypt also jumped into the war. And I mean, Muslims have achieved something in economics, in technology. Saudi Arabia is most evident example of it. United Arab Emirates, Qatar, and there are other, Bahrain, there's Kuwait. I mean, they have an amazing vision about prosperity, not only of Arabs but of Muslims. Saudi Arabia helps Pakistan every time Pakistan needs help. So, I mean, all these were saying that 2%